Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Rising Singles. We're still using the same team because I kind of do like this team. It does have quite a lot of weaknesses to like ice. It's got some weaknesses to fire, but with Aegislash we kind of want that weakness to fire because we run weakness policy. And I think this is a decent team. It obviously could use some work, but it has a lot of heavy hitters, and in 3v3 it's not really. It's more about getting that good 3 core, which I think we can do with what we have. So like if we need a slower steel type, we go for Aegislash. If we need a faster, we go for Bisharp. If we need something to hit hard and do it fast, we bring Talonflame. So my opponent's gonna be bringing Vaporeon, Carbink, Mawile, Tyranitar, Gardevoir, Charizard, and not really giving us much of an easy decision as to what my opponent's going to be bringing in terms of a Mega. There's 4 potential in that party, and not really sure what my opponent would bring because the team composition doesn't really prove either way. I mean, both Mawile and Charizard aren't the greatest Pokemon without their Megas, so that's something to consider. So looking at my opponent's team, I'm thinking a Greninja lead is going to be pretty good. It's going to hit pretty much everything super hard, and whatever it doesn't, we'll figure something out. With the Tyranitar, the Gardevoir, and the Carbink, I want to bring Aegislash, although I don't really think we actually have any steel type attack, but we can, sort of scare my opponent out with that steel type attack. Sort of a bluff maneuver. And then I'm going to need something else, and I'm not entirely sure what to bring. Talonflame could be pretty useful here. Priority Brave Bird is going to kill pretty much a lot of things on his team, so you know what? I'm going to bring it just in case. It's always good to have a backup plan. I think between Aegislash and Greninja, I do have her team pretty well covered, but obviously we'll have to see. Last episode we did end off with a win, which is very refreshing, so hopefully we can somehow come back from that, learn from our mistakes, and figure things out. So my opponent is going to start off with a Carbink, so I'm actually really happy with that lead. If I remember, nothing really wants to come in on a stab water attack, so I'm just going to go for that Scald. I know it probably won't even kill the Carbink. They do get sturdy, so it's potential. They do have pretty good defenses, not great HP, but we've worked with Pokemon like that before, Shuckle. So I know this thing is not to be trifled with. She's choosing to stay in, so if this is a one-hit KO, it might potentially be wearing Scald. It's not a one-hit KO, so that's fine. We do get the burn, which really, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think matter because I doubt the burn will kill it from this range. And it doesn't even have enough attack. It does get the special attack drop, which is rather unfortunate. So what I'm gonna do here is I don't want to lose my Greninja, and I don't think I have U-turn. I don't have U-turn. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch into my Aegislash here. Is that a good idea? Because it could easily. No, I'm gonna bring into Talonflame because if I remember correctly, she does not have anything really good for the Talonflame. I mean, there was the Tyranitar, but I do have U-turn, so I can easily just scoot out of there. And plus, both the Pokemon in the back do resist that fairy, and this thing will go down to the burn. So the burn really didn't matter because Greninja could have killed it again with Scald, even with the special attack drop. But I decided to take advantage of it to not put my Greninja in a bad position, because I think if I did, depending on what my opponent brought, she could easily take advantage of the fact that I'm at negative. So in comes Charizard, and I'm actually completely okay with that. I'm just going to go straight for that Brave Bird. I don't really want to switch in a Greninja or an Aegislash into Charizard. I believe Aegislash could probably take an unboosted Flamethrower. Maybe. That's probably stretching it a bit. I know in the sun I definitely cannot, but maybe outside of the sun I could, so there is some utility in trying to stall out the sun. But my opponent isn't going to Mega Evolve, so I'm going to sort of assume, and I think it's a safe assumption, that the Mawile is going to be the Mega. So if we do see a Mawile here, what I'm most likely going to do is switch into my Aegislash to eat up whatever the Mawile wants to do. So it is Mawile. It's going to intimidate my Aegislash, or my Talonflame. You know what? No, because there is great utility in Talonflame's Flare Blitz. So I'm going to switch into Aegislash here. That should do something good. I'm pretty sure we can take it. I mean, Sucker Punch obviously can hit us pretty hard, but weakness policy, my friends, weakness policy. So let's see what this is going to do. Obviously, it's going to Mega Evolve. I wouldn't expect it not to. No, I wouldn't expect it not to. That makes sense. Yeah. Oh, Iron Head. Okay, fair enough. That's a pretty solid move choice. Actually, wow, that did absolutely nothing. I thought it was neutral. To be quite honest with you. So we basically resist all of its moves. So I'm just gonna go for Shadow Ball. It's probably gonna do good damage. It's gonna protect. So what I'm hoping is, I'm gonna have to. I want to go back into King Shield here because I think that would be a good idea, because at this range of HP, I don't think I can take a Sucker Punch in Blade form. I really don't think I can, so let's hope for the best. Wow, I thought I just saw it happen over there, and it didn't happen on the screen. I got really confused for a second, but I think I just saw a little bit of movement on the corner of my eyes and thought it was Aegislash. So I'm really hoping we don't do this thing where I go protect this turn, you attack. You go for protect next turn, and then you attack. So that might be what it comes down to, but I'm going to go for Shadow Ball. I'm hoping you Sucker Punch me here. Proc my weakness policy. Get a super... Okay, so you're just going to go for Iron Head here. That probably won't kill me. But let's see how much the Shadow Ball does, because honestly... Oh, and... That's rather unfortunate. So I'm going to have to go for King Shield here. I almost clicked Shadow Sneak, but oh man, that is rather annoying that we got flinched, but that's fine. That's fine. We do still have our backup in Talonflame, and then our backup in Greninja. So I'm not entirely too worried. And my opponent actually just goes for the Iron Head again, which is rather surprising. So it's at -2, so now I'm honestly not even worried anymore. I'm gonna go for Shadow Ball here. You're gonna go for Sucker Punch. If that kills me, I'm gonna be crying. Oh, that killed me. Okay, so even at that range at -2 was still enough to kill me. That's unfortunate. But like I said, I do have Talonflame, and that -2 should not be enough to kill me with Sucker Punch. I really, really hope it's not. And a Flare Blitz should be more than enough to take it out. So it's going to go for Sucker Punch. There's no reason it shouldn't. If it goes for anything else, it's basically just hoping that I don't choose Brave or Flare Blitz. I guess my opponent was hoping I wouldn't go for Flare Blitz, but that is enough to take it out. One shot, Choice Band Talonflame for the win. That's why I had to switch it out before, because I was locked into Brick Bird, you know. And I honestly thought that Aegislash would be able to survive that hit, but all in all, didn't really pan out against me, so I don't really care. Alright, so that was the first battle. I think we actually played that pretty well. No, I don't want to save. I'm definitely sure I don't want to save that. So yes, I would love to continue battling. Obviously in party, as you can see, that is my doubles team. So I don't think that would really work. Although I have used bits and pieces of that team in singles battles, and it doesn't do too terribly. It's definitely a big surprise factor. No one expects something to survive something, and it happens, so I don't know, sometimes it works. But my opponent is gonna... Oh, interesting. Tokinak? I don't know. So Crobat, Fortress, Dusknoir, Porygon Z, Kingdra, and Zapdos. Pretty diverse team, to be quite honest with you. Looking at it, though... Greninja is going to be pretty useful, but I think a better lead would be Talonflame. So I'm going to start off with Talonflame. And because I am actually a little weary of that Zapdos, I kind of want to bring Garchomp. It gives me something to switch into from the Talonflame. And plus, it does have a good match against most of these Pokemon outside of the Kingdra. I don't have any fire... Oh, I do have fire moves. What am I saying? I don't have anything really good for Kingdra, to be quite honest with you. I mean, it's only weak to Dragon, and I think that's Dragon and Grass? No, I think it's just weak to Dragon, actually. So, I mean, Garchomp's really the only thing I have to hit it. But I do have Bisharp, which could actually be pretty useful. So I'm going to bring Bisharp. I think Bisharp could be pretty useful in this. Resist the dragon type attack, resist that and that and that and that. And of course, if my opponent doesn't start off with Zapdos, I mean, I could just Brave Bird spam his team. Outside of Fortress. Outside of Fortress, I can Brave Bird. I even think Choice Banded Brave Bird will do some damage to Zapdos. Plus, I can just go for U-turn. So my opponent does predict me and go for Zapdos. Now I'm really hoping this thing isn't Scarfed. I don't really know Zapdos at all. I never really see it. It's not Scarfed, so I'm gonna go for U-turn. My opponent took too quick of a time to really have thought things through. So I'm just gonna bring in Garchomp here to take that Thunderbolt. And I'm going to Mega Evolve, because as you can see down below, we are Mega Garchomp. So I want to get that going. I want to get that Garchomp going. So now we have to decide. I mean, obviously, I'm just going to go for Rock Slide, because, you know, it's super effective. It does good damage. And anything that switches in... I can't really see anything switching in that wants to deal with Garchomp. So actually, you know, Dusknoir comes in. That's kind of... Well, we'll see how much damage this does. Dusknoir is pretty bulky on both sides, so it's not really like I have much for it, so I think just repetitive attacks will just do pretty good against it. So we know it has pressure. It doesn't have Levitate or anything like that. So that damage from Rock Slide I think was pretty good, so I'm going to go for Earthquake here. I think that could be a solid KO. Or down enough where I don't really have to worry about anything, and I could bring Greninja to sort of revenge kill it. And yeah, he's gonna burn me, which honestly I'm not too worried about because it's only a couple of hits left. I could really just go for Rock Slide. Actually, I probably couldn't go for Rock Slide with the leftovers. I have to go for Dragon Claw because the Earthquake is too obvious, and I don't want him switching into Zapdos. So I'm gonna go for Dragon Claw. Just, you know, hope that's enough. It's gonna go for Shadow Sneak. Well, I'm not Rough Skin anymore. I don't think that'll kill me though. Yeah, it's not even come close to killing me. Dragon Claw should kill it though, and it will. So I am happy with that. But Burnt Garchomp isn't a good Garchomp, to be quite honest with you. But if he brings in Zapdos, I'm still gonna stay in and go for Rock Slide. HP Ice is true. But I don't remember my exact set with this, but I do believe it is decently bulky. I think I was running this on a Trick Room team. I don't remember. I really don't. So it's going to be Crobat. Now, I'm still not really too scared of Crobat, so I'm going to go for Rock Slide. I may be burnt, but it's going to still do damage, you know. Brave Bird is going to come off, so if that doesn't kill me, the Rock Slide and the Recoil might actually kill it, which would be kind of fantastic. And that's not going to kill me, and my hopes and dreams of the Rock Slide and Recoil would kill it is kind of shattered there. But you know what? That's good damage for me. That's good damage in my book. It's going to damage itself with the Brave Bird. I have Protect, but there's no reason to do that. I'm going to go for Dragon Claw, just in case that doesn't kill me, which it will. But in comes Zapdos, and now I'm thinking, okay, I think Greninja. Oh no, I brought Bisharp. Oh, that's true. I didn't bring Greninja. Oh, that's a bit of a pickle. I could go for Flare Blitz. That might actually be enough to kill the Zapdos. Should I risk it? Yeah, you know what? Because Zapdos can carry something that can hit both Bisharp and Talonflame, and the odds are a little bit more in my favor if I use Talonflame because I am indeed faster. So I'm going to go for Flare Blitz. We'll see how that does. I'm not expecting it to kill. I'm expecting it to do good damage. Now, I could have... Wow! Okay, that was impressive. Now, I could have brought in Bisharp there, and Bisharp could have done something pretty good with the Sucker Punch, but honestly, I didn't want to risk it. I really just wanted to go for the Flare Blitz, do damage enough to where I'm confident in bringing in Bisharp. So I'm just going to go for Flare Blitz again. I have no other options, to be quite honest with you. It's going to be faster than me. It might actually kill me from this range. I don't know, but I think that's really its only attacking move. Yeah, it is going to kill me, but I honestly think that might be its only attacking move, and Bisharp is a good Pokemon for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to go for Iron Head in case it decides to predict me and go for like Taunt or something like that. So I'm going to go for Iron Head because I honestly don't know what this thing can do to me. And I'm really not too worried. So Iron Head should kill it. I'm just going to go for Roost, so I'm glad I went for Iron Head. That should do some good damage. I'm pretty sure Crobats are decently bulky, but we can play this game all day. Let's see how much this does. It does enough. Another Roost will put it down, so I think I'm going to sub. I'm pretty confident in substituting. If he wants to play the recovery game, I can beat him out with that. And I think I can even if he Brave Birds, I can take that pretty easily. So we'll see. And this is why I like Substitute Bisharp. It's pretty good against matchups. People who know, okay, Sucker Punch is coming. It is going to go for Roost, as I predicted. So this is actually a fantastic opportunity to set up Swords Dance. My opponent wants to keep doing that, so I'm gonna set myself up. I might as well. I have no reason not to. Is this the first battle? I don't think this is. This is not the first battle. This is the second battle. I always get that confused. So I'm gonna go for Swords Dance here. We'll see what my opponent wants to do. It's gonna go for U-turn. That probably won't even break my sub, to be quite honest with you. If it does, then I'm in a bit of a pickle. It does. Okay, so maybe I'm in a bit of a pickle. So should I go for Iron Head or should I go for Sucker Punch? Both will probably KO the Crobat from where it is. So I'm going to go for Iron Head, expecting him to go for a Taunt or a Roost. He's going to go for Brave Bird, so that actually might not kill me. That might not kill me. Please don't kill me. Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness. Of course not. That should definitely not kill me. It does enough to scare me that if this doesn't kill it, which it will, that I should probably Sucker Punch, but it did kill, so that's all I needed to know. So that's actually a double win. I think I played those matches pretty well. Woo! So we're on the right track. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys at the next video. Peace.